Phil Robertson, a man known for his rugged lifestyle, unwavering faith, and outspoken personality, left a profound impact that extended far beyond the swampy landscapes of Louisiana. When news of his passing in May 2025 reached the public, it was met with sorrow, but his family faced a more complex emotional journey. Phil was more than a television star or entrepreneur. He was a father, husband, and spiritual guide who prepared carefully for life after his departure. His handwritten letters and carefully thought out will reveal not only his assets but also heartfelt wisdom, blessings, and guidance for his children. These final instructions highlighted the depth of his love and his desire to ensure his family remained grounded in faith, tradition, and family unity, even in his absence. The final days and struggle with Alzheimer's. In the months leading to his death, Phil's health declined rapidly due to early-stage Alzheimer's, which had been publicly announced in December 2024. Although the disease was initially subtle, it soon affected his memory, communication, and physical strength, presenting his family with challenges they hadn't anticipated. Simple routines became exhausting, and familiar conversations often left Phil disoriented. For a man who had faced storms, controversies, and physical challenges with unwavering resolve, this decline was profoundly difficult to witness. Despite his condition, Phil approached his final days with calm and acceptance, repeatedly reminding his children that death was a transition, not an end. His serenity amid decline illustrated his deep faith and left a lasting impression on his family. A quiet farewell at home. Phil passed away peacefully on May 25, 2025, surrounded by his loved ones. His son Jace shared the news publicly, followed by messages from Willie and Corey expressing both grief and gratitude for the years spent with their father. The funeral was intimate and private, reflecting Phil's wishes for a family-centered farewell without media intrusion or political attention. Attendees prayed, shared memories, and honored his request to avoid tears, though the depth of their loss made that nearly impossible. This quiet ceremony mirrored the man Phil had been, steadfast, humble, and deeply connected to family. The real emotional moment, however, awaited them in the reading of his will, revealing the profound impact of his final instructions. The emotional weight of the will. The day after the funeral, the Robertson family gathered in a lawyer's office to hear Phil's final instructions. Instead of a simple division of assets, each family member received personal handwritten letters containing confessions, blessings, apologies, and guidance. These letters were deeply intimate, reflecting Phil's character, values, and love. His estate, valued between $10 million and $15 million, included both business holdings and personal gifts. But the true significance was the thought and meaning behind each allocation. Phil's words reminded his children of the importance of faith, family, and tradition, showing that his legacy was not just financial, but also deeply personal, spiritual, and moral. Childhood and formative years. Phil Robertson's journey began in 1946 in the swamps of Louisiana, where survival was a daily challenge. Growing up in poverty, hunting was necessary for food, and life required toughness, self-reliance, and resilience. His early experiences shaped his identity, instilling a love for freedom, hard work, and the outdoors. These values became the foundation of his family life and future business ventures. Phil excelled athletically, earning a football scholarship to Louisiana Tech and playing as a starting quarterback alongside Terry Bradshaw. Despite potential opportunities for fame and professional sports, he prioritized his personal values over career ambitions, a choice that reflected his lifelong commitment to independence and authenticity. Building Duck Commander. In 1972, Phil turned his passion for hunting into Duck Commander, a small business handcrafting duck calls. Alongside Miss Kay, who supported him through financial struggles and early family life, Phil grew the business with dedication and perseverance. For years, they survived on faith and determination, relying on whatever resources they could gather. As the business expanded, Phil's sons, particularly Willie, modernized operations and brought the brand into mainstream awareness. Duck Commander evolved from a small Louisiana operation into a multi-million-dollar empire, illustrating Phil's work ethic, family loyalty, and commitment to tradition. This business foundation became the basis for the cultural phenomenon of Duck Dynasty: fame, controversy, and public persona. Phil became a household name with the 2012 premiere of Duck Dynasty on A&E, a show that highlighted the family's duck call business and rustic lifestyle. Millions of viewers were captivated by his blunt, faith-driven advice and humor. However, fame brought controversy, including backlash over his comments on sexuality and race in a 2013 GQ interview. While the public response included protests and temporary suspension from the network, Phil remained steadfast in his beliefs, unbowed by criticism or pressure to apologize. He became both a symbol of religious conviction and a polarizing figure, navigating fame while staying true to his personal values, redemption and family transformation. Phil's personal journey also included struggles with alcohol and temper in his early adulthood, which strained his marriage and family life. His marriage to Miss Kay at a young age faced significant challenges, including periods of absence and recklessness. However, his Christian conversion in a small church became a turning point, transforming his behavior, priorities, and family dynamics. Faith became the central pillar of the Robertson household, guiding business decisions, parenting, and personal conduct. Phil's dedication to living out his beliefs shaped the moral and spiritual foundation of his children and contributed to the enduring cohesion and success of the Robertson family. Letters, legacy, and family responsibilities. Phil's handwritten letters, included in his will, were more than instructions for managing wealth. They conveyed life lessons, personal reflections, and encouragement for his children to uphold family values, faith, and traditions. Miss Kay inherited the family estate. Alan received religious writings. Jace and Jeep received responsibilities within Duck Commander. Phyllis received land and an apology, and Willie received the controlling stake with a message to protect the family legacy. These personal notes allowed the family to see Phil's intentions, love, and faith clearly, emphasizing that his legacy was as much about character and guidance as it was about money or business. The end of an era. Phil Robertson's death marked the conclusion of a generation defined by self-reliance, faith, and hands-on entrepreneurship in the American South. His passing symbolized the end of a lifestyle rooted in traditional values, hard work, and family unity. The family's ongoing involvement with Duck Commander, the revival of Duck Dynasty, and the continuation of Phil's podcasts and teachings demonstrate the enduring influence of his principles. His letters and legacy ensured that the next generation remained guided by the values he held dear. Phil's life and passing serve as a testament to resilience, redemption, faith, and the deep impact of one man's unwavering convictions on family, culture, and community. Faith, family, and lasting influence. Phil Robertson's life intertwined faith, family, and work in ways that left a lasting impression. Even in his final months, his voice remained clear and confident, reflecting the stability and wisdom he had imparted for decades. His children now carry the responsibility of protecting his legacy while navigating their own paths in business and media. Phil's story reminds us that true influence extends beyond fame or fortune, resting instead on the integrity, guidance, and love shared with those closest. His death was not just a family loss, but a cultural moment that honored a life built on principles, faith, and an unwavering commitment to family, creating a model for future generations to follow.